Alright, what's up everyone, I'm Faloki, and today we're going to be taking a look at why Russell Wilson will be the 2021 NFL MVP. Now, of course, it is definitely very bold to come out and say that Russell Wilson will be the 2021 MVP before the preseason even starts, but I do have my reasonings to believe he could be. In this video, I will be sharing with you my 4 main reasons why I believe Russell Wilson will be the 2021 MVP, and that is going to be starting with Russell Wilson is pissed. Russell Wilson is livid, he is mad, he is upset, he is angry, he's infuriated, he is irate, and he is enraged, and I am just reading a list of synonyms for mad right now. But Russell Wilson is 100% coming into this season with a chip on his shoulder. He came into last season, he was kind of the favorite to win the MVP, he had this whole storyline set up, everyone was like, oh, let's see Russell Wilson do great, let Russ cook, and then he came in, he did great for the first half of the season, then he kind of stunk it up the second half, and now nobody cares about him. Now he's not even a top 3 quarterback, and he just got thrown under the rug. Nobody cares about him anymore. Nobody believes in him anymore in the sports media. He is a plus 2,000 odds in the MVP betting, which means he is a pretty big underdog when it comes to betting on the MVP. So it seems like the NFL world has kind of given up on Russell Wilson. He's that old toy that they don't care about anymore now that they got all these cool rookies coming in that are probably going to be pretty solid. But right now, Russell Wilson is upset. He said in an interview that he is the most focused he's been since his rookie year. He is head down, working, focused on getting better and being the best possible player he can be, and that is absolutely amazing. The NFL media has given Russell Wilson a chip on his shoulder. He now needs to prove every single person wrong about things that they are already wrong about. He has the storyline of having no MVP votes, even though he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He is now a worse quarterback, apparently, to the NFL media after having one of the best seasons of his entire career. And he is going to come into the season, new scheme, new additions, new offensive line, and he is going to have a chip on his shoulder. He is going to prove the doubters wrong, and he is going to play out of his mind. And that brings me to the second reason why I believe Russell Wilson will be the 2021 NFL MVP, and that is our improved offensive line. One thing that seemed to constantly hold Russell Wilson back was the lack of offensive line talent. We always had Dwayne Brown. He was always a solid guy at that left tackle spot, but everywhere else was kind of constantly a question mark. And even last year, we had Damian Lewis, who seems like he could be a centerpiece offensive lineman for the franchise for years to come, but we still had Ethan Postage at center, which we still possibly do, which was definitely a question mark. At left guard, we had some question marks. I don't even remember who was at left guard last year. Right tackle, we had Brandon Shell, who's solid, but he isn't anything amazing. But this year we're coming in, we got Gabe Jackson. He's the guy that we brought in to be the left guard. He's going to be really solid. Sadly, we still have Ethan Postage, but he is a pass blocking offensive lineman. He struggles in the run blocking, but his pass blocking is solid enough. Brandon Shell, like I said, he's solid. He's nothing amazing, but he is solid. So right now we have Dwayne Brown, Gabe Jackson, 2 great players on that left side. We have a questionable center. There's currently a competition between Kyle Fuller and Ethan Postage, and we have a right guard of Damian Lewis, who is a very talented young guy that's probably going to be really good for this team for years to come. And then at right tackle, we have a solid guy and Brandon Shell. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try and argue that this is one of the best offensive lines in the entire NFL. It's not, but it is 100% the best offensive line Russell Wilson has had in his career so far. In the last few years, Russell Wilson has really just had Dwayne Brown and a bunch of question marks, but right now he has Dwayne Brown, Gabe Jackson, Damian Lewis, and then a couple question marks, with Brandon Shell being a little bit less of a question mark than our center competition right now. And that is something that is really good for Russell Wilson, because as long as the offensive line can protect Russell Wilson, of course, you don't want him getting hit, you don't want any possibilities of him getting injured, but Russell Wilson, if he is given a clean pocket, he will make the perfect pass, the perfect read 99.9% of the time. If he has almost no pressure on him, the play is ran to perfection, he is going to make the right play. And even if there is pressure coming in on Russell Wilson, we know he can escape the pressure and make plays on the run. If Ethan Postage, say, misses a block and there's a defender coming right at him, we know Russell Wilson has a pretty decent chance of getting around the defender, or at least getting away for now, so that he can make a pass and make a play. But more often than not, I would like to see our offensive line hold up on those blocks. If Ethan Postage can make a block, then basically we're fine on the offensive line, because I believe in everybody else. Our centers right now are definitely a big question mark for me, but I like everybody else, so as long as our center can hold up, I believe we'll do well. But also, the offensive line with the question marks it has at center and right tackle are probably going to be helped by reason number 3. the Seahawks' new offensive scheme. After bringing in Shane Waldron to be the offensive coordinator last offseason, the Seahawks are going to be adopting a new offensive strategy which will likely be more dynamic than the run-pass that we ran the last 3 years. With more motion, trickery, and quick passes, this scheme will probably help the offensive line, meaning that they won't have to block for as long on those quick passes, and there will be a lot more misdirection when it comes to the wide receivers moving, running backs moving, and all that. It'll help Russell Wilson get some more plays under him where he can make those quick passes, he can get a rhythm going, and then when those deep plays start to happen, Russell Wilson will be on point for those, and the defense won't even expect it because you've got all this motion, all these short plays, and then boom, DK Metcalf hits you for a 60-yard touchdown. It's going to be great to watch. It'll be a lot more dynamic and a lot more entertaining to watch, but I also believe that there will likely be some more designed rollouts this year for Russell Wilson, because we all know Russell Wilson can make those plays on the move. He can make those perfect pinpoint passes when he's running away from an defender. So imagine if there's a designed rollout, say, you have that fake handoff, he rolls all the way out to the right side, and you have DK Metcalf down deep. Russell Wilson's making that play, especially if there's not a ton of pressure on him. And we didn't do that a lot last year. We obviously had our moments where we had those type of plays, but I did not see enough designed rollouts for Russell Wilson when you know how talented he can be and how questionable the offensive line was. It definitely would have been a great option for us last year, but I didn't see us do it enough. I believe that could be a big thing for this offensive scheme. We have Chris Carson and Rashad Penny, who are definitely going to be some solid guys at running back that'll take the defense's attention, because if you don't focus on them when they're running, they're coming downhill and they are going to get some yards. But if you can do that, get Russell Wilson rolling out on a play action, get DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, some really good pass catchers, it would be absolutely amazing for Russell Wilson. And I think this scheme overall is just going to be better for our offensive line, better for our offense as a whole, and it'll be better for Russell Wilson and allow him to have those great stats, make those great plays that an MVP needs. And now for the fourth and final reason why I believe Russell Wilson will be the 2021 NFL MVP is our receiving talent. Of course, we have DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. DK Metcalf is just getting better. Tyler Lockett's one of the most reliable pass catchers in the entire NFL, and Russell Wilson had great options with those two. But now we have added Dwayne Eskridge, who is a quick, athletic, Swiss Army knife for the offense. He'll be used in so many different ways. We have brought Gerald Everett in from free agency. He is insanely athletic as a tight end, and he would be able to make some amazing plays with Russell Wilson. We've heard of great things happening in training camp between these two, so in the regular season, I can only assume Gerald Everett is going to be doing very well. And even behind DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Dwayne Eskridge as our top three wide receivers, we have Freddie Swain, who's looking really good in training camp right now. We have Penny Hart, who is looking great. We have some great depth at wide receiver that can come in and be a threat no matter who's on the field. There's always going to be someone for Russell Wilson to pass to that can make a play. Because say Dwayne Eskridge is injured, he's not playing week 1. We have Freddie Swain, who can be that kind of underneath Tyler Lockett, run after the catch. He had some good plays last year running after the catch. Penny Hart has been making plays throughout training camp, so he's probably going to be a guy that could be a decent option for us if he has to come in. And we also have some great tight end depth. We have Gerald Everett, who is going to be a great tight end for us. And then we have Will Dissly on the other side, a great pass catcher. I mean, we have some great depth at receiving, and that's not even including our running backs. We have Chris Carson, who, although he's not the best receiving back, he's been improving every single year, and last year he definitely had a solid year when it came to receiving. Rashad Penny, hopefully he can stay healthy. He can be that quicker guy. He can probably be a little bit more of a third down back for the Seahawks. Last year we saw it a lot with the Seahawks, where the opposing defense decided to focus all of their efforts on DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. And we had David Moore, who was a great pass catcher, and we had Will Dissly as our tight end 1. So we definitely had some good guys there, but they weren't making the explosive plays that DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett were making. David Moore did have quite a few of those, but we didn't really have as explosive as an offense when DK Metcalf was being completely shut down or Tyler Lockett was being completely shut down. So having someone like Dwayne Eskridge, who has the speed, he is very athletic, he can make those end around plays, he can make those short passes turn into 20-30 yard gains. We have some great option, and really there is nobody that the defense can possibly lay off of, because if one person on this wide receiver depth or this tight end depth or even our running backs is anywhere near open, that's a possibility for a big play, because Russell Wilson will make the right pass and he will make a good pass. And as long as we have Chris Carson or Rashad Penny running downhill after catching the ball, or we have Dwayne Eskridge, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf making moves after the catch, or we have Gerald Everett or Will Dissly bringing the ball down 90% of the time, we are going to be absolutely fine on offense. So with the combination of Russell Wilson being absolutely livid and pissed, having an improved offensive line, and having a new, more dynamic scheme that will likely allow Russell Wilson to have some more bigger plays with DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and the rest of our receiving talent that we have gotten this year, Russell Wilson has a great chance to be the NFL MVP this season, and I believe in him 100%. But let me know down below in the comments what you think. I believe Russell Wilson has a great chance to be the MVP. Like I've said, he has a lot of things going for him. He has a chip on his shoulder, and we know Russell Wilson is an amazing player. He is being disrespected. He is being thrown under the rug. People don't care about him anymore, and he's going to have to show to people once again that he is that top quarterback. He is one of the best players in the NFL, and that he is worthy of being the most valuable player in the 2021 NFL season.